We are just 4 weeks into President Trump's time in the White House. Washington Post national political reporter Matea Gold joins us now to talk about it. So, Matea, the president tweeted Friday that acting National Security Advisor Keith Kellogg is very much in play for the job, as well as 3 others. Do you think that the president will have a hard time filling that position?
Well, we've already seen that he's had a hard time with their choice to replace Michael Flynn turning down the job. And I think this is sort of an echo of what we've seen throughout this very short but tumultuous administration, that there's been continual upheaval as some of their picks for top positions in the administration have had to either walk away from these jobs or give up pursuing them for various reasons.
Matea, why do you think, though, that they would throw out Harward's name if it wasn't confirmed?
Well, it appears they were very much hoping that he would join the administration. He was someone who was in talks with top administration officials for quite a while, and I think they were looking for a post for him. He's very well regarded in the military, but it became clear that because he was not going to be able to have control over his own top staff, he really did not feel comfortable taking the position. And that's something that we're seeing as a roadblock over and over again for people considering these jobs, is that there's a sense that you have to have demonstrated loyalty to Trump before his election. Otherwise, you're really going to have a hard time making sure that you can get these jobs.
Matea, we've also learned that while Secretary of State Rex Tillerson is overseas for the G20, his aides have laid off State Department staff. Now, some officials fear that this is a politically minded purge. What are you hearing?
Right. Well, this speaks to the loyalty question, and clearly President Trump is really preoccupied with the amount of leaks coming out of all aspects of the administration in various departments. There's an effort to really clamp down on that, and there's a sense that anyone associated with the past administration could pose a problem. But this comes, I think it's very important to note, at a time when top ambassadorships around the country, around the world rather, are still empty, that they have not appointed nominees to fill those positions. And so this contributes to a sense of a really a reduced force in the State Department to deal with international issues right now.
You know, also on Friday, the White House denied an Associated Press report, Matea, that the White House is considering mobilizing the National Guard to round up undocumented immigrants. In fact, here's what White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer had to say about it.
There is no effort to utilize the National Guard to round up unauthorized immigrants. I don't think you can be any clearer than that.
Do you have any idea then of why or how?
I don't know why is it? Do you have any idea why the AP recorded this?
I didn't do this report. I just know
I know, but I'm saying
that
we
acquired.
I get it, but what I'm saying is that from what I'm just, I wish you guys had asked before you tweeted. But
well, we apparently did ask repeatedly about it.
I don't have any.
It's in the story. I can send you the story.
All right, so if it's not true, why then wouldn't the White House have denied it when the AP first reached out for comment, do you think?
Well, the Associated Press provided very forceful documentation for their story, which was this long memo that came from the Homeland Security chief outlining this as a possible policy prescriptive. It appears that it was at one point considered as something the administration was going to pursue. It's not unusual, however, for White House officials not to respond to stories before they go to press. I and my colleagues have had this experience repeatedly where we've sought comment for big stories and we get no answer. So I don't think that's a sign necessarily that a story is not true. It's just that they're not engaging.
Matea, late Friday, the president tweeted a tweet about the press, and then he deleted that tweet and he retweeted it. You've already posted something on the Washington Post. Take our viewers to what he tweeted, what he deleted, and what he added.
So he took a real hard swing at the press, saying that they were really the enemy of Americans, and he deleted his tweet, but just only to add more news organizations that he felt were part of this conspiracy against the American people, using very harsh language to describe the posture of journalists towards American citizens. This comes as his administration, from the president on down, continue to put out this call of fake news and fake media. There's even an attempt to raise money right now by the RNC and the Trump campaign committee, asking people to fill out information about their thoughts on the media. And so this is clearly going to be a theme that they're going to hit on over and over again. And it's something that they feel resonates with their base. I don't know how it plays with independents and other voters who already are feeling nervous and anxious about this administration, but they appear unwilling to relinquish this line of rhetoric.
Yeah, and as you note in your post, he hasn't yet labeled, or he hasn't called the Fourth Estate an enemy of the country, but I guess in doing so, he did, in that tweet, he did so, although I should point out that he said CBS News, he said CBS, so that means Big Bang Theory and, comedy shows. So I don't know if he means, his supporters probably won't like that, but we'll see. Matea Gold from the Washington Post, we thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Matea.
you.